Okay, let's see if this still works, and hopefully we got rid of the buzz. Heyo everyone, welcome back to the kitchen. It's me, Widget33, Widget, Andy B, whatever it is you like to call me. Welcome in, welcome in. It's another fantastic Wednesday here in the kitchen. Kind of excited for today's adventure. Heyo Doris, how you doing? How was your day, man? I haven't talked to you much today. Hope it was alright. But hopefully everybody's going okay. We've made it to Hump Day. Congratulations. You're halfway through the week. Good, just chilling. Good to hear. Glad to hear. We are at the halfway point now. We've done it. So, good job. We're going to be doing something out of the One Piece cookbook today. I'm excited for this. It is straight out of ye old Sanji cookbook. Licensed by Viz and Shonen Jump. So, overall, I wasn't greatly impressed with this cookbook, honestly. It feels kind of rushed. It felt kind of not thoroughly put through and thought about, to be honest. Which is kind of sad. As a One Piece fan, it's really kind of sad. I mean, you can see it. Yeah. I mean, there's some good stuff in here. Don't get me wrong. There is some good stuff in here. But you figure if you have a manga and an anime that has a chef, granted it's not Food Wars, it should still have a ton of stuff in there for cooking, right? So, it's alright though. We're going to be pulling out the croquettes in this one. It says the manga reference is from Absolms when they're on the, what is it? Thriller Bark saga. So he's jealous of the guy that is, his devil fruit power is the clear, so he can turn invisible. So he's jealous of him, because he's an awful person and he wants to check out ladies naked. That's the reason Sanji wants it. So he's not a great person when it comes to that. But he is a fantastic cook and does get a little better as the series goes on. So, starting off in the Barate under Redfoot Zeph, who lost his foot, depending on how you look at it. In the manga, he lost it eating it, and in the anime, he lost it trying to save Sanji. So, a little bit of One Piece lore there, so you know now. Always the chef, always coming up with stuff though, right? So a little bit of facts for you, little facts. But yeah, we're gonna be doing those croquettes today. I've never done croquettes. It doesn't seem too hard, but it will take us some time. We're gonna boil our potatoes. Ooh, excuse me. Boil our potatoes. Then we've got some beef that we're gonna chop up pretty. Ooh, excuse me. I've got the bubbles. Ooh. So we're gonna do that. Get some beef ground up. We're gonna get some onions into that, and then we're also gonna make a second set of just cheese because we have a non-beef eater in the house. And then we're gonna make our own tonkatsu sauce, thanks to the One Piece cookbook. Which makes me realize right now, as I'm doing it live, that I forgot to update my menu command. So come and join me as I update my menu command. Because I is so smart. Yep, things happen, right? We're doing it live. Alright, yes, creme brulee is no longer on there, but the creme brulee was delicious. It has by far been the favorite dish, I think, in the house. It has also gotten the most reception. Oh gosh, dang it, what happened? I was trying to edit that. Gotten the most reception online, which is cool. And, oh, no, we can type. Alright. Save. There we go. Now, fortunately, I don't have a link for that. Let me double check that it's working. There we go. Okay, so we're updated. Cool. I do not have the recipe for it. It is out of the cookbook, so I'd highly recommend finding a basic croquettes. Probably just one cookbook. That's who we're using for our homemade tonkatsu sauce. They also, I got it basically in their croquette section. They had a link to it in there, and that's why I picked it up. My tonkatsu was expired come March 2021, so it's been a little while. I did look it up. It's still safe if it's been refrigerated up to 2 years, but we're going to make our own, because guess what? It's really not hard. It's like oyster sauce, Worcestershire, ketchup, and a little bit of sugar, and that's it. So, pretty easy to do on the sauce. Our croquettes aren't too bad. But we need to go ahead and get those started. So let's flip on over. And let's see what Sanji would say. So Sanji says we need to get our potatoes in first and get those steamed. And while we're doing that, we'll get our beef and stuff cut up and our onion. We'll get those cooked as well because there's not going to have enough time. It won't be hot enough to cook the meat inside of the potato and fry it at the same time. So we'll get that going, and then we'll also get our oil started to heat up because it is a deep fry. We're looking at, they have a big old, like he says, make sure the oil is 360. So we got to make sure that the oil is 360, which is usually at our deep fry area. So let's get started on our potatoes. Right? I got a good picture of them. Sanji Vinsmoke. So we need 600 grams of potatoes for each one. So we're going to need 1,200 grams of potatoes. We switched over to some One Piece music. We might have to switch after. I don't think this is a long playlist, but I wanted to start with some One Piece music, as that's what we'll be doing today, you know? So 1,200, right? You can use russets, you can use goldens, you could use reds. For today's purpose, I'm going to be using golden. We'll see how they do. 650-ish. There we go. About 1,200. So that gave us about 6 potatoes. So about 3 potatoes each. It says this makes into 10 equal parts. So we should get 20 croquettes out of this. Hopefully. Why is it not? Let me adjust here slightly. No, that should be good. There we go. Slight adjustments. There we go. Alright. Yeah, that is quite a bit. I agree, Doris. Should give everybody enough to eat for tonight. So we're going to get these washed up, and then I'm going to peel them ahead of time and cut them up into about halves, because we are going to be mashing them up on their own. We are going to do the heat method of where we're going to start them in cold water, so that way they have thorough time to cook all the way through, and they should cook the entire potato itself better with the cold method. Quick wash, because we're going to be peeling them anyway. So we've got our board towel, we've got our hand towel. We should be good today. Again, we're trying for no paper towels. And let's see if we can find our peeler. Ah, there we go. Perfect. So is there any One Piece fans in the chat tonight? I know it's kind of early and a lot of people haven't shown up yet, and that's cool. But any One Piece fans? it's too long, man. Listen, you got a lifetime to catch up. That's all I'm saying. We're at 1,016 episodes. And I know what everybody's watched Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, and now they're watching Boruto. And I want to say that's along the lines of a similar length. So, have you watched not watched Naruto then, Doors? Well, that's what I'm saying. So if you've watched Naruto, because that's what, about 200 and some change? Or is it only 150? And then Shippuden's 700-ish, right? And then Boruto is up in the 150s? So it's pretty close to 1,000 episodes as well. And there was some really bad filler in Naruto. So if you can get through that, you can get through One Piece. Trust me. Let's get these into some water so they don't brown, actually. Here. We'll do them straight into this. Try. Hey, when you got the time. I understand there's new ones coming out. There's always something new to watch. I get it, alright? Not everybody is as dedicated as I, and that's okay. I will just stand for One Piece at all times and always recommend it. If you ask for recommendations, guess what I'm going to tell you? Watch One Piece. And then if you say it's too long, then I say I understand, and I'll give you other recommendations. Like we are currently watching our way through the Food Wars series. We're on to the third plate right now. That's been interesting. The food part is really good. I'm not really sure why everybody's clothes blow off every time they eat something really good. I can't say that I've ever gotten naked for food. Hasn't happened. You know? Not my thing, but I understand it. Yeah, interesting I think is the correct word on that one. But it's also got some decent story. It's the standard underdog story of anime, which is the story I love. I love the underdog story of, you know, it's not supposed to be always winning and stuff. And it's not like the DBZ. Like, I feel like DBZ is just like, bad guy, we train. There's never really any loss. Like, everybody keeps coming back to life inside, like DBZ. But at least in Naruto, like, when they're dead, they're dead. One Piece, when they're dead, they're dead. Well, you think they're dead, but I can only think of one. But for the most part, when they're dead, they're dead. There's got to be some consequence to it, you know? But the Food Wars, I'm enjoying it. The Somakun is, Yukihira is doing some fine cooking. And I may try some of the, we have to try a dish or two from Food Wars. I know there's the Don Bowls. We watched TC do the Don Bowls, which were really great. He did a fantastic job with those. There's quite a few challenges I could pull up and try some different things out. Like, we recently watched one with a pork stuffed chicken wing. With obviously it was a special kind of chicken, but it was basically a ground pork stuffed chicken wing that was boneless, and that looked amazing. So we may have to give that a try. Right? Sounds really good. That all of them? That's all of them. Alright. Let's get our scrap bowl out of there. Is the music still okay, or is it a little too loud? It's a little loud in the ear, but I just want to make sure. It's a good level. Okay, cool. Again, I appreciate it, Doors. Your help is always appreciated. Just gonna slice them up into 3 chunks. See, and then you have this great music like this. One Piece music is always fun. I'm excited to see the new movie that's coming out, Red. Should be out this summer. Looks like a good time. Looks like they're going to do something special at, oh, wrong cloth. And the Anime Expo for that with, like, Steve Aoki. Alright, so we're going to get this onto there and get them soft. Get them going. And while that's going, we're going to get our beef ground up as well. Or cut up, I should say. And get our onion and that stuff cooked as well. Oh, you know what? Let's do... Let's do that. We'll do it on that one so that we can get everything else cut up. Alright, so the recipe calls for what they say is mixed pork, or mixed beef. But they say to cut the beef into 3/4 of an inch strips and mince the onion. So it's like, okay. Alright, our katsu theme there is a bit intense. Let's go with Kato here just for a little bit. So what I've gotten, let me switch over here so you can see. This is beef for stir fry. It's already cut up into nice little strips, but I'm going to ground it up a little bit more. And we only need, let's see, 200 grams of this. So there we go. So let's get 200 grams of this guy. That's pretty close. It's about half of that. There we go. Let's save that other half for later. I'm gonna get this nice and chopped up. So it's not too fatty, which is good, as we don't want the extra liquid in the potato. We're trying to get a lot of the liquid out of the potato so that it fries up nicely. That is the goal. So again, we are going to do a beef one and we are going to do a cheese one as well. There is a Food Wars cookbook. Okay, okay. We can look into that, obviously. We will have to look at the Soma Yukihira cookbook and see what's going on. Get some things going. Okay, so pretty well minced. Nice and chopped up. Make sure we got no danglies. Oh, see, we got a hold out there. Make sure that as we're cooking it, it's all going to cook pretty evenly. Yeah. Not bad, not bad. Alright, let's get a bowl. And people are mad that the turtle burger is not a turgle, it's a hot. Yeah, I mean, that's tough. I mean, Alice coming out, or no, it wasn't Alice, it was Misaka or whatever, Aaron's assistant, that came out with the turtle burger. Yeah, I remember. Where's our bench scraper? Where's our bench scraper? There it is. I can see them being upset about that, but again, turtle is not available everywhere for eating. I mean, mostly here it's for pets, so turtle meat is not a huge thing here. No different than if you look through the Sanji cookbook, the meat that they showed you, the big loofy meat that he eats, they take a chicken drumstick and basically bring it off and then put a boiled egg, wrap it in the ground beef and the chicken and prosciutto that was there, and then refry it. So it's not technically a big leg meat, you know what I mean? Slightly different, you know? What are we looking at? Just says half an onion. See, this is the thing. It's bad directions, bad other stuff. Like, we're gonna go with a quarter of an onion in each one. I think is gonna be the way to go, because these are a little bit bigger than your standard onion. Because this is, yeah, they're about 80 grams a piece. I think that's pretty good. That's considered like a small onion. And I think that would be better than the whole dang onion in this one. This is not our Don Bowl where you're not trying to hide the flavors of inexpensive meats. Big boys, agreed. Completely big boys. Let's get our outer layer peeled. Oh yeah. We'll have to do these in two separate ones. Or you know what, we'll do the onions first, and then we'll do the beef. We'll take out half of the onions, and then we'll put the beef in. I think that's going to be the way to do it. Alright, so let's work on our mince. If I remember my mince correctly, we need them really, really small. Now to get them small, we're going to need the vertical cuts to go along, and then a couple that way, and then we'll come this way. So we'll go this way first, just to kind of break up those layers. So our knife skills are still a work in progress, so bear with me. See, they're too big there at that point, that's why they need another chop through. And those are just the ones that fell out, so. This is what Wednesday nights are for. We're for learning, we're doing our stuff. Exactly. Alright, so that's I said about 80 grams of onion at that point per thing. We're gonna do them both at the same time in the other one. Let's try this again. So let's just see if we can do. How would we do this? I feel like I'm doing it wrong. Maybe I'm not. I guess I am. I'm trying to get an even. You want an even cut because you want an even bite with it, right? Like you want to. When you get a bite, you want it to be onion and you want it to be beef and everything all together. So you want an even thing. And if you get a big chunk of onion, then it kind of like throws the taste off. So we're trying. We're trying. Yeah, I've totally screwed that up. It happens. That's alright. Again, knife work is a work in progress, right? I am going to cut them up just a little bit smaller to make sure that we get a nice, even bite. Agreed. Alright. So again, not a whole lot of prep work on the early part of that. Our onions going, so our potatoes are boiling, which is cool. Let's give those a check. So they've been warming up the whole time, which is good. Woo! Then we get our pan out, and then we will get started on the on getting these guys fried up and doing their thing. Gonna bring them up slow. Potatoes. That's right, Mr. Frodo. Potatoes. That's how we do them. We got our pan going. There we go. Looking good though. Mike still no buzz on the mic as well. Hopefully we fixed that by now. Let's get our beef put away. No buzz at all? Perfect. Yeah, so what it was when our light fell and broke our mixer, it put all of the levels, like the low and the high, way up. And it was just too much for this little mixer. So I brought it down closer to the mid-level. I can still see some slightly in there, but it should have evened that out. And hopefully my mic is at a normal audio level at this point. So again, I appreciate the patience. I know Sunday was a little rough on that. If there wasn't a scuff, was it really a stream? If there's no scuff? I feel like it's not that way. I appreciate it, Doris. Alright, let's set our potatoes up for success. Potatoes are set up for success. They're going to do their things. And we will go from there. Let's get our onion in. Get it warmed up first. Now potatoes, we won't want them to be mush, but we do want them to be soft enough that we can mash them up. so it's a slight difference. Got our bowl out for those. Right. All right. We got our beef as well. We'll take that out after. Giving them a test poke with a fork. They're still too difficult to push through, so we're not quite ready there just yet. You know, let's use a little vegetable oil. Oh yeah, sizzle. Got that sizzle going. Oh yeah. Toasty. Thank you for the redeem doors. Seems like it's a one of them days. Alright, so our onions are going. We'll get that going, and then once they're good, we'll pull those off. We'll get the beef in. I will put in about half of the onions back into the beef to get them cooked up kind of together. We'll season it a little bit, but we'll probably wait till we season it with the potatoes to really get them in. Whoa, big stretch. Okay. We need a fresh beverage. So for anybody out there, have you ever had croquettes before is the question. I've had them once or twice before. I've never made them. I've only had them. So, what about y'all? I'll grab a hat too. We're starting to sweat. Nope, don't think so. Okay. I think you will enjoy these. Maybe? Yeah, maybe. I think you'll enjoy them though. I'll give you some close-up sizzle action here. Ooh, sizzle. You think you will too? Yeah, it's a good one. It's a fried potato. I mean, essentially, it's got some meat and some onion in it, which are great flavors. The one will have some mozzarella cheese and some onions to go in it as well. But it's a pretty basic flavor. It's nothing too crazy. And the sauce is really nice that goes with it. I mean, HP, tonkatsu. There's so many different sauces that are very similar with like the umami they give. They're usually tomato based in some sorts for that umami. They've usually got a seafood element, whether it be oysters or anchovies, with a spike of acidity. Similar lines. Obviously from different areas, but similar aspects. Right? Definitely a good one. Oh yeah, love those onions. Love caramelizing onions. Let's see how far he says. How far does Sanji say to put them down? He only wants them translucent. So we'll get them just a little bit more. Leftovers for you the next day. If this is correct, then we should have 20 croquettes. Which would give everybody 4, basically. It'd be a mixture of the two. Somebody's got to give up some cheese ones. But basically, at least everybody will get 3. With the possibilities of leftovers. For sure. Just waiting for it to get translucent, and then we'll move them back. Sweet, yeah. It is pretty sweet. As I've said, though, going through the cookbook, I was kind of sad. I mean, there's a couple of good ones in here. There is, like, the croquettes are one of the better ones. The meat recipes are not great. Like, they do a whole, like, beef. It just says 16-ounce beef made into 1-inch cubes. 16-ounce prime or choice round steak. But like these are the meat on the bones. I'm thinking about doing those. You can see I'm eating them. So it's an interesting take on it. A water salad, a roasted hummingbird. There's some interesting stuff in here. They got some skyfish saute. Skypea lunch. So yeah, there's some stuff in here, but it's not overly well done. Again, kind of sad. Alright, let's get our measure out. We're gonna put in back 80 grams of the onions. I'm going to get these in with the beef now. Now that they're separate. Yeah, well, wait, a nice sizzle. Potatoes are getting pretty close. Oh, I didn't even see it, dude, and you already nailed it. I appreciate that. Were they trying to make me famous? Did you ban them? Were they trying to make me famous? They were trying to sell me followers. What are you doing? Thank you, Doris. Thank you so much for your moderation. We greatly appreciate you. Fastest ban in the West. Is that the song? I guess it is the song. So we'll probably chop this up a little finer too. Could probably use just a little bit more chop up. Alright, let's switch back to... We'll go back to our anime lo-fi here. Keeping it chill, you know? Nice and chill, exactly. Nice. Potatoes are getting pretty close. It's gonna skyrocket here in a minute. We're gonna take off pretty quick, like a racehorse. Let's adjust just slightly. There we go. Camera just slightly off. We're good now. We're good. Good with that. We're going to chop it up a little bit more on our board. We're going to go straight to the board, straight to the head with it. See, we wouldn't gotten the Pokemon theme if we had been on the other one. Who doesn't love the Pokemon theme? Because I will travel across the skies, searching far and wide. Across the lands. Sorry, my bad. It's been a while since I've heard a ye old Pokemon theme. No, I guess it helps if I should show what I'm doing. I'm just cutting it up a little bit more. There we go. Alright, that's good. Let's get it all back into the bowl here. Gotta love the bench scraper. Makes life easy. So there we go. So we got our onions on our one side. They're going to go with our cheese. We got our beef and onion side set up as well. We're in pretty good shape. Now at this time, I am going to go ahead and get the oil out and get that started because we need it to get nice and hot. Oh yeah, here we go. Do we not have enough? Oh, noes. Ah, we do. I knew we had some more. Get our cabbage out of the way over there. Yeah, Mr. Krabs. Yeah. What does he say? So what does he say for the texture and how these should be? So these should be until soft. They can cut. Tablespoon of butter into them, some salt. Add the beef and onions and then to a tray to cool. So then they're gonna have to sit onto a tray and cool once we get them. So once it's cooled down a little bit, that's when we'll get our shapes done. Okay. So. Gonna give them plenty of time to drain because we said moisture is the enemy here. We're frying, so we need to get as much moisture out of it as we can. Alright, so we got our 2 bowls. We'll be set for those. We'll separate out our potatoes in just a moment. There we go. So let's get in about 600. There we go. Let's get this in. Alright, switch over here so I can show you what I'm doing. Alright, so there is our potatoes. Let's get them mashed. Get a little bit of butter. She's like butter. No more than a tablespoon, basically. And a little bit of salt and pepper. Right. Let's get this beef and onion mixed in. We're not trying to kill it, we're just trying to mix it in. Taters, that's right, some taters. So there we go, nice little mixture. We're gonna get that pop this into the freezer to help cool it down a little bit.
Murray, how are you now? Not bad, you? Not bad.
I don't know who that is. I have to check it in just a second. I imagine that it's probably Sarah. Ah, I was right. How you doing tonight, Sarah? Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome into the Barate. We are just making some croquettes, Sanji style. Hope your Wednesday's treating you okay. We have never made croquettes before, so this should be interesting. We're not going for the full mash on it, this one, like I said. Out delivering food for the Grubhubs. Gotcha, gotcha. Handle your biz, handle your biz. Don't crash. I appreciate you throwing me on in the backgrounds, though. We're trying to make the foods, you know? So we're going to put in probably, let's say like 100 grams of cheese here. Let's see what we look like at 100. That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with 100. And to come for the, oh, of course. I was telling Doors I was kind of upset with it. It doesn't seem like they took the time that they should have taken with it, and that they kind of rushed it to get something out. Maybe it's just me. If you have a show and an entire manga about somebody that is a chef, though, felt like there should have been more to it, you know? Maybe I'm asking too much. Maybe I'm asking too much. Alright, in the freezer. Alright, so those are in the freezer to help cool down. Once they've cooled down enough, then we can actually get them into shapes. Diz, my guy, how about, why does it not give me mod privileges in here? Hello, Taffy. How you doing tonight? Welcome in, welcome in. Diz was trying to make me famous. It's our second bot of the night. Oh, welcome in. I hope your evening is going okay, Taff. I saw you on earlier. I was unable to lurk. Had the boss with me, so sometimes at work it's tough for that. But I hope you're doing okay. We've just put in our croquette mixture into the freezer real quick. We need it to cool down. Our potatoes are nice and hot, so been good. Been in the new islands. Oh, catching up. That's what I like to hear. We're just gonna cut up some Napa here to go with it. Have a little julienne Napa. Little Naparoni and cheese. Inazuma was a fun place. See, Doors is your guy. When you want to talk Genshin, he's your man. I feel like that was not the way to do this. I feel like this is going to work better. We're going to try this out. Nope, that's not going to work either. How do you julienne this? I want to know that. Let's fafo around here. Let's fuck around and find out how we can get this julienne on this cabbage. If our cabbage is longwise, then maybe it is a lengthwise kind of thing that we have to do. Let's cut it in half again. I have it. I got it downloaded. It took forever to download, and I finally got it downloaded. And then I got sidetracked because my computer wanted to be janky, to say the least. I have a 3060 in there with a decent Ryzen 5 and 16 gigs of RAM, and for some reason it wanted to jank out on every single game. But it was weird. It was fine when if I used a controller, like Elden Ring was fine. Apex was fine if I used a controller. As soon as I tried to use a mouse, it just freaked out. It couldn't handle it. So I did some digging finally yesterday, got all the way through, and then realized that it was my mouse. My mouse was polling too fast, they call it. It is the refresh rate at which the mouse sends a signal to the computer. So it was slightly different. I don't like this at all. This does not look julienne, right? I gotta understand where I can get a nice julienne on it. Yeah, the damn mouse, right? Let's see. Julienne cabbage. How are they doing?
Oh my god, that's what my game's fucking playing.
Yeah, I'm not sure, especially on this Napa, because there is a lot of internal here, which is kind of tough to deal with. Got that Demon Slayer mouse. That's what it felt like. Like Zenitsu was just going at my mouse, so that it would look and then it would just stop, and my entire game would freeze. It wouldn't do anything, and then if I stopped moving, it would come back and it'd say, "Hey, guess what? You've got like 120 frames a second." And then I'd slowly look, and it was okay. And then just doing any quick motions, it would and then it would do that shit. It was infuriating. All right, I'm not happy with this julienne. Let's try it again. We got a big old Napa cabbage to mess around with it. See, I wonder if it's enough to... And that I'm pretty happy with. That's a good cabbage little salad there, right? That's a little better. I think that's the way to cut it. And get you my internet crapped out. Oh, sorry. Basically my mouse is too good for my computer. Yes, I got a Razer 8K mouse, so it can send like 8,000 things a second to the computer. So I cranked it up, figuring I have an 8K mouse. Well, my computer is not an 8K mouse capable machine, basically. So yes, I am complaining that my mouse is too good. Alright, so we got our thermometer in. We're checking that out. Happy with this julienne now. So we got a nice little salad to go with our croquettes when they come out. Yeah, see, much better that time around. So it's all in how you cut it. Again, we're working on them knife skills. It's a Wednesday. We fuck around and we find out. And we found out that that's how it works, right? Yeah, it's alright. Play on PS so it's easier. Yeah, I mean, the controller makes life easy. So what is a croquette? So a croquette is basically a soft potato mixed with beef, onions, kind of whatever you want to put in it. We're going to do beef and onion in one and onion and cheese in the other. We're going to shape it into nice little log, kind of oblong style shapes. And then we're gonna bread it with some flour, some egg, and some panko, and then we're gonna deep fry it. In that guy right there. Oh yeah. And our oil has gotten hot enough now. So, as Sanji likes to say, the oil needs to be 360. Like an Xbox, you need to be 360 for your oil. Alright, let's get this cabbage in here. We'll save that for later. Put our cabbage over here for now. And we need to get ready to, we're going to shape our croquettes hopefully. Hopefully they've cooled down enough there in the fridge. Oh yeah, we should be good now. This is more than cool enough. So there's our mixture. This is beef and onion with potato, slightly seasoned with a little bit of salt and pepper. Let's get a tray. Let's chill this for a moment. Our oil heated up much faster than I thought it was going to, honestly. So I need a plate for these to do their thing. Good old smell of oil. Can you grab me a cooling rack there? Alright. So it says that this should make 10. So let's see what we can get. I'm gonna need a little plate, I guess. A little plate would be good. I think they're gonna come out about that size. So that's about, say 1, 2, about 3 inches long and about 2 inches wide. Right? Ten is a lot. That's what I was thinking. Well, that's what it says. I don't think they're not huge. I mean, they can be made bigger, obviously. It just takes a little bit longer to fry. Yes, we are gonna bread them. We're gonna do, like I said, we'll do flour, egg, flour. What was it? Flour, egg, and then panko, I think is the order. And decent size.
Like chicken nuggets.
A little bigger than a chicken nugget. A little bit bigger than a chicken nugget.
That will taste better.
That's what we're hoping. It's definitely going to taste better than a chicken nugget. We can do better than the clown. That's our goal here. We're better than the clown.
And Wendy, whoever that is.
Exactly. That panko, get that crispity crunch. We're going to make our own tonkatsu sauce to go on top of it as well. We've got that recipe from Just One Cookbook. It's pretty easy to do. Ketchup, Worcestershire, a little oyster sauce, a little sugar, and we'll be good to go. So what we got? 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, 10's cutting it. I think 10 is, I think one of these is a little big. I'll take a little bit of that guy. So we're not measuring. We could if we wanted to be a little more precise, but we're getting pretty close in all the similar sizes.
Yeah.
little bit more from one. There we go. All right. There's our first batch of guys and gals. No paper towels. We're still holding with our no paper towels. We've been using just our hand towels. Happy with that. So I'll put these back in the freezer, get them cold for just a moment. Cold is good. It'll help them kind of solidify and do their thing. Alright, and then these are just our cheese and onion at this point, so. P.S. Happy Hump Day, everyone. Yes, Happy Hump Day. Congratulations on making it. You made it this far in the week. You got this. You got this. Oh, that's our oil. That's the wrong one. Gonna use one more plate so that we can keep them completely separate and know where they are. Huh? There we go.
Keys, so you can check.
What are you looking for?
Your keys. He thinks he might have left his headbands for Friday in there.
They're in the bathroom.
They're in the bathroom?
Yep, my keys are. Either that or on my computer desk. One of the two.
Okay.
Yeah, so these are a little bit easier. They don't have the meat in them. So a little bit easier to shape. Right? They look pretty good. They smell pretty good.
They do smell good.
So we'll get them formed out, and then once they're formed out, we'll get our breading and stuff out and get that all done up at once. We'll probably do 3 or 4 at a time, probably 3, and then let the oil get hot. So it's going to take a minute to get through these and get them all fried out. Now again, the consistency on the croquette is not a mashed potato. They're still kind of chunky. I want them to hold up just a little bit. 3, 6, 7. This will be 8. And we got 2 more out of this. All right, this will be pretty good. Half, yeah. There we go. All right. Oh yeah, our oil is hot. Our oil is hot, hot, hot. Alright, so we're gonna need egg, we're gonna need flour, and we're gonna need our panko. We'll do our beef ones first. Get our 3 different stages going here. Probably about 3 eggs, just to make sure we got enough to cover all these, maybe a little more. And get them beaten up. Want to coat. There we go. Let's get our flours in here. Dry that off real quick so our flour doesn't stick. Same with our pancos. That should be plenty. And our pancos. Cut here, okay. Oh yeah. That's gonna give it that crispity, crunchity, good feelings. Okay. TC, how you doing? Yeah, that panko, man. That panko. Alright, give me just a moment. Let me swap over here. We'll show you what's going on in the oil. I'm going to have to bread them, so give me just a second. We'll get a couple in. Woo! Where's my, there it is. Checking our oil temp, make sure we're not dropping too far as we do these. We're gonna do about 3 at a time. That should keep our oil temps going nice and good. Keep it from burning and doing the things. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I think we're good, pretty good there. So they don't take very long at all. Give it just another moment and then we'll get another set of 3 into that oil, but they are looking pretty good. Let's see if I can get a shot of them here. I'll put them over here. So far, was the meat pre-cooked? Yes, the meat was pre-cooked. We ground up some of the like stir-fried beef and onion and cooked them ahead of time. So that's a little preview. We got no sauce on them yet, but they're looking mighty golden and tasty. Mighty golden and tasty. Oh yeah. Yeah, the recipes, all recipes I have used are there at that link. And there's a, it's a Google Doc, has everything we've done here on stream and any recipe I've used. I want to make sure that the proper people are done with those. Unfortunately, the Sanji one, I don't really have a recipe to link to. It is, the cookbook is separate. That is our guy. But if you were to take one, I would recommend the Just One cookbook. That's where we're gonna pull our homemade tonkatsu sauce from. Oh, we lost a little breading. Oof. Oh yeah. These are looking crispity crunchities. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you, thank you. Just transfer them to a wire rack so they can cool. Get a little bit of drainage on them, get some of that oil out. There we go. All right, we're almost through these beef ones. Our oil's still looking good. Definitely want to keep checking the temp. Like I said, Sanji says it's got to be 360. So again, we do flour first. We put in our egg. Losing shape. My fingers are all stuck to it. Alright, so when these beef ones are done, we're going to make the tonkatsu sauce real quick so that we can give it a try, I think. I know, you know what, we'll just get them all done. We'll get them all done, and then we'll make our tonkatsu. There'll still be crispity crunchity and all the goodness. We're going to need some more panko, though, for sure. And then these are our just cheese and onion guys. So our oil is good too. We'll have to give our oil just a moment to get itself heated back up. 360, keeping it so it gets that nice crunch. So for anybody here, have you all had croquettes before? I've never had them. I think I've had them once at a restaurant, and it was like a quick snack food. I've never made them, but it's not something that is readily available for me either. sir. Alright, we need to get these. Definitely don't want them to go too long or they will brown too much. Better looking on the other side? Yeah. Oh yeah. Ah, off the thing. Let's get this. So we wait on our oil to heat up just a little bit. So close to 150. Thank you, Taffy. We're getting there. We are so close. We got quite a few follows offline, which is great. We've had some great shout outs from other streamers. I've made them once before with some cheese in them. Melted in. Okay. Okay. I got you. That's a part of the learning process, right, TC? You got to learn somewhere. And the only way to learn, what we say, is to FAFO. Fuck around and find out. And it's a good way in the kitchen. And that's what we're doing today. Let's get another egg in there. I feel like I'm doing this in the wrong order. Maybe it should be, it's flour, egg, and then panko, right? Or is it egg, flour, panko? I think it's flour, egg, panko. Flour, egg, panko, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. I was making sure. Back up 360, yeah. That was a little bit of a drop. That was my bad. Oh yeah, see? Now we're getting some good color on there. These are looking so yummy and they're smelling so good. Egg again and then panko. Ooh, you know, we'll get adventurous. I am feeling adventurous. A nice golden color there. Gotta keep these separate. These are the cheese ones. So we'll give it a shot. We're gonna go flour, egg, panko, egg, panko. Terrified of the grease splatter. You just gotta do it, Taffy. You gotta get it up, soak up that energy, power up, and do it. Get your gum on. Oh yeah, you're right, TC. You're right. I like that. I like that one. Oh yeah. These are smelling so good. That double egg panko is it's putting a little extra crunch on there. I'm kind of liking where that's going. I'll try and get these separated out so I know what's what. It is the double panko now. Yep, we're doing double egg and double panko. You can see it's got that nice little browning on there. Definitely some more crunch. Got a little floatage on. Oh yeah, this is gonna be so good. I'm so excited for this. They smell delicious. Hopefully they are delicious. Panko on that guy, but no little extra panko never hurt nobody. Alright, we're gonna definitely need another egg and a little more panko though. We killed the bag. We've used an entire thing on a double set of these ones though. Cheddar shape is very, very similar to that. Oh yeah, it did not show one. I'm sorry, but it's all good. I appreciate it. I just appreciate you being here. Raid or no raid, okay? Having everybody around is definitely a good time, and that's what makes it. So just glad you're here. Alright, final batch is going in now. Big hugs, of course. Doors is gone at the moment. He has karate tonight. He's working on his second dan for black belt, so they just left a little while ago.
have that nice, they've got the right color.
Right? We've
Can
gotten adventurous and we're, not yet. I have not gotten to taste one. You don't get to taste one yet either.
Can I touch one though?
You can touch it, yes.
Oh,
It's got a crunch to it,
yeah.
for sure.
It's not, I was expecting a little bit of soggy softness, but it's not at all.
Yeah, let's get a lot of the moisture out, which is a big key.
Ah,
When you're cooking the potatoes and the onions and stuff, to make sure that there's very little moisture in those, and that'll help with this part of the process.
yeah, nicely done.
Thank you. Hopefully they taste good. We still gotta make the sauce. We'll do that here in just a moment.
So I can't have one?
Not yet, no. Not until I have one. There we go. Oh, I got that.
Little Hank Hill there. God dang it.
God dang it, Bobby. Oh, no worries. No worries, Taffy.
Is this the last round?
This is the last round. We will eat in the next 15 minutes, okay?
Okay.
I promise. I gotta get a plating and do all that. Actually, not hungry because I got food before stream. Good job. It's always tough on cooking streams. If you go in hungry, it's only gonna make it worse. And even sometimes when you got food, it's still really tough to handle. All right. Oh yeah. And our oils stay hot pretty much the whole time, so I can't complain with that. There we go. Woof. Let's take a look at these bad boys. There we are. The mound of croquettes. Yes, the tonkatsu is the recommended sauce for that. Like I said, we're going to get that whipped up here pretty quickly. Let's we're gonna do a little cleanup here. Little bit of cleanup, but yeah. So there we go. Some nice golden brown. These are our beef and onion boys. This is our cheese and onion. Let's get our sauce going. So for this one, I'm using the Just One cookbook. Potato nuggies, right? Oh, potato nuggies. So good. Alright, so they're using ketchup, Worcestershire, oyster sauce, and a little bit of sugar. We want a little more than 3 tablespoons. Heckin' tasty, thank you so much. I appreciate it. They are nice and crisp. Hopefully they're warm enough through. We're about to get our taste test on here in just a moment. We're going to get a plating up first, and then we'll get our taste test on. So let's get our sauce done. Our sauce.
Smells good.
Right?
What's it made with?
It's potatoes. Basically, that's all it is. Potatoes fried. So it's pretty easy. And I made one just onion and cheese, so there's no beef in it. For you. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to make about 3 servings of this. So it's going to be about 3 tablespoons of ketchup. Alright, and then we're looking at 2.5, so 4, 5, 7 teaspoons. We said what, 4 teaspoons is a tablespoon? Right?
Roughly.
So it's about a tablespoon of Worcestershire. Saucy. Time to get saucy. Hold the beef. I don't want the violence. Alright, so Worcestershire. Oyster sauce. So Worcestershire oyster sauce. So it's going to be about 3 tablespoons of ketchup, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire, 1.5, so 3 teaspoons of oyster sauce.
See, I would have half finished it. I would have like mostly filled it up, but not fully.
And then we'll put in like 2 tablespoons of sugar. Or 2 teaspoons of sugar. Not a whole lot of sugar. Because the ketchup's already got a lot in it, I feel like. Yes, we figured out the buzz. When my light fell and hit my mixer, it threw the gain low and high both way, way, way up. And so it couldn't handle it. It's too much for that mixer. So when I brought him back down to normal levelers, we got her good. I appreciate that though. It was one of those weird things. I was like, what is going on? Why is this happening? Alright, that's that one that we want. We've got our cabbage, lettuce on. Reminds me of hunger service.
That's right. It's the way she goes. Sometimes she goes, sometimes she doesn't. She didn't go. It's the way she goes.
She didn't go. Today she went. Today was a good one. Today was a good one. I gotta say it was a good day. That's what I wanted. I'm gonna show you this mix up here real quick. So this is what we got. So we got our ketchup, a Worcestershire, our oyster sauce, and a little bit of sugar. I'm just gonna give them a nice little blend up. Oh yeah. Let's give it the old taste test. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Welcome to the good life. I appreciate it. Alright. Let's do a plating. Let's try and use the same plate so I can cut down on dishes. Alright. Give me just a few minutes. I'll call you when it's ready. Alright? I gotta do a plating first, and I gotta do tasting before anybody else even gets to see it in the house. Alright, so we're gonna do a little bit of one of each. Get our little bit of a cabbage going on. There we go. Got our nice cheese guy. Let's get our... Oh, not that one. I'm good with that guy. Oh, actually, that one. That's our guy. That's our guy. Alright, so let's get a little drizzle on. Oh. There we go. Bloop, bloop. We have our croquettes with dipping sauce and a little bit of cabbage salad to go with it. Looks like something that I don't want to say. It's free. You can say them on Wednesdays. Wednesdays are not. Wednesdays can go up to say R17. Thank you, TC. Thank you. All right. Let's see if it's got the crunch to back it up. Let me get a picture first. Get a couple in there. All right. We're gonna go with the beef boy first. Are we ready for the crunch? Here comes the taste test. Hopefully this crunchy boy is good. Get a little closer. Here we go. Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
Tastes so good, make you want to slap your mama. Don't it, Willie?
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Get a little more crunch. Oh my gosh. Super crunchy outside. Nice soft middle. That onion and beef flavor with that little bit of tonkatsu sauce. Amazing. Amazing. And it's holding up. It's not falling apart on its own. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. You know, this is these are really good. These are really, really, really good. I like these a lot. It's like, it's got the crunch of like a hash brown, but it's got the density of like a better potato. I don't know. I don't even know how to describe that. Like, it's just. Mm-hmm. And then a little bit of chunk of beef and onion throughout. Come on, focus. There you go. You can see that little chunk of that stir-fried, like, steak-ish with some onion. Too damn good. Too dang good. Mm-hmm. I'm glad I made 20 of these. The sauce is a homemade tonkatsu sauce. It's basically just ketchup, Worcestershire, a little bit of oyster sauce, and a little bit of sugar. And that's all it really is. It just hits you with a lot of umami. You get a little bit of like that anchovy from the Worcestershire, and a little bit of sweetness from that sugar and the oyster sauce. Super delicious. I'm gonna spread it around on this guy. Let's try our cheese and onion guy now. Cheese and onion. Right? It's like an A51 basically, or if you've ever had HP sauce tooth, very, very similar to those. Is 20 enough? I don't know, Taffy. I don't know. It's almost the density of mashed potato, but think like a chunky mashed potato. Not like the whipped creamy one, but think of like a chunky mashed potato. This is a double panko one, so this should be extra crunchy. Are you ready? We'll try and get close again for it. Mm-hmm. Mm. Different flavor because there's no beef in there, so the cheese and the onion really get to shine. Super crunch from that outside. You can kind of see in. So good. So good. A little pull. Oh man. Oh man. These are good. Moving to be the neighbor. If you're looking for a roommate, I believe Taffy's looking to move West Coast. It'll be here definitely when you guys visit for sure. This is so good though. I've already eaten. This is my second one, and I'll probably eat another two. Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Let's give it a little bit of our cabbage. They have not tooth, so I appreciate that. It's a little wild man right now. I need to get a little trim up, but it's getting there. It's got the nice little curl ups on the mustache. But I appreciate that. Kirby inhale is Kirby card around. Actually, a lady that drops by, Recipe Reborn, Lemon Drop, she stops in time to time. She did a Kirby cake on her stream, and that thing was amazing. Completely amazing.
I love Kirby. Kirby's just a little guy. Kirby vending machine.
Kirby vending machine?
Yeah. I died when that trailer came out.
So let's get one last look at him. We only had the two on stream, but as you can see, we got all the Crunchy boys here. They're doing their things. It's amazing to see different ways that the potatoes can be done. So you can see these are outlined, that's the beef that's kind of sticking through on the outside. That's why they're a little more brown. But you can see the likeness here basically in those potato and cheese ones. Really, really good. We did double panko them, so they got a little more crunch. I think they needed a little more texture with not having the beef in them. The double panko is good, yeah. I think I would do that on the beef ones again. The beef adds a little bit different texture. I think the cheese one needed the double panko. The beef doesn't, but I would probably still do it because I like the crunch. Who doesn't like the crunch? Could you eat them all? Oh, who says I won't? Who says I won't? They're mine. Get away, they're mine.
Get back to vultures, get back.
Exactly. It'd be like a Chris Pratt and Taming Raptors. Get back, get back.
That's just like with 3 children who are like, food?
Yeah, I know. Mine, 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 mine. That's what it feels like sometimes. My precious, exactly, my precious. Oh, speaking of, thank you, Taffy. I put it back on. I take it off to bread and do stuff. Oof. All right, so let me take a moment here. Let me see who is on that we could possibly go raid and say hello to and spread some love. Mine, 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 mine. That's what it feels like sometimes. Mine, 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 mine.
We see food and we want to inhale.
All right. You know what? Who is on? Who's on? Looks like Shark Shampoo is playing some Mario Kart 8. So why don't we go over and say hello to a great friend of our stream and of that Dirty Tooth community, Mr. Shark Shampoo, doing the things in the Mario Karts. Let's go show him some love. Let's see if I can spell it right first. I'm an awful speller. Shark _ shampoo. Okay. That's all set. So for me, let me switch over here real quick. I just want to say thank you all again. Wednesdays have been so much fun learning to do new stuff. You saw these guys. You heard the crunch for yourselves. If you have a moment, if you got a time this weekend, go give them a shot. Sometime next weekend, give it a shot. It wasn't too much. I set aside like 2 hours like we have. You can get your stuff done, get them mashed, try your own combinations. Put in whatever you want to put into these. The possibilities are endless. I did these because this is what the Sanji book called for. And again, that's what we're coming out of. The One Piece cookbook. Sanji at his best. So these were really, really great. Thank you, TC. I really appreciate that, man. I appreciate that all the way. Thank you so much. Lots of love, Taffy. Thank you so much. It means a lot when you guys come through, so I appreciate it. It's good to share the food with somebody and know it's appreciated, you know? We're still working on some things. We're doing some stuff, but, you know, I'm happy with where it's at. We're so close to our follower goal tool. We're close. We're three away, folks. 3 away. I imagine we're going to hit it this month. When we hit 150, we're going to have to do something special. Cookie Factory? We could do Cookie Factory. We could do that. Well, that'll be in the idea bank. Let's hit that 150 and we'll go from there. But let me say this. Let me show my appreciation. Send you my love. Thank you so much again, guys. Look forward to hanging out with you guys and being parts of your community and hanging out and doing those things. I hope you all have a wonderful Wednesday evening. Enjoy the hump day. We're close. There's 2 more days in the work week. We're so close. For some of us, we're already on Thursday, but not all of us can be on Thursday just yet. But again, thank you so much. Let's enjoy some Shark Shampoo. He's playing some Mario Kart, so let's go show him some love. All right. Peace out, homies. Take it easy. Laters.